The hidden origins breaking the code of human existence. In 2023, a breakthrough discovery in the Denisova Cave of Siberia shattered our understanding of human evolution. A team of geneticists, led by Dr. Sarah Chen, uncovered DNA sequences that defied conventional explanation, fragments that showed signs of sophisticated genetic engineering dating back over 400,000 years. These sequences appear to be artificially constructed. Dr. Chen reported, her voice trembling with the weight of the implications. They demonstrate a level of genetic manipulation that wouldn't be possible until centuries into our future. This discovery didn't stand alone. Across the globe, from the precise astronomical alignments of the Great Pyramid to the impossibly precise stone cutting at Pumapunku, evidence mounted of advanced ancient knowledge that seemed out of place in humanity's accepted timeline. The mystery deepened when researchers found mathematical constants encoded in these ancient structures, constants that wouldn't be discovered by modern science until thousands of years later. But perhaps the most compelling evidence lay in ancient texts, carefully preserved through millennia. The Sumerian tablets, particularly, told a story that mainstream archaeology had dismissed for decades, a story of beings called the Anunnaki, who came from the heavens and shaped human civilization. These weren't mere mythological tales. They contained detailed accounts of genetic manipulation, advanced technology, and astronomical knowledge that precisely matched our modern understanding of the solar system. The implications are staggering. What if humanity's origin story, carefully constructed through centuries of scientific research, was missing crucial chapters? What if our rapid evolutionary leap from primitive hominids to sophisticated Homo sapiens had external help? These questions, once relegated to the realm of science fiction, now demand serious scientific consideration. Our investigation draws from multiple disciplines: cutting-edge genetic research, archaeological discoveries, ancient textual analysis, and astronomical observations. We'll examine evidence that suggests humanity's history might be far more complex and far more extraordinary than we've been led to believe. From unexplained genetic markers to ancient architectural mysteries, from sophisticated astronomical knowledge to inexplicably advanced ancient technologies, we'll piece together a story that challenges everything we thought we knew about human origins. The journey ahead will challenge basic assumptions about human civilization. It will question not just where we came from, but who we really are. As we delve deeper into this investigation, we'll encounter evidence that suggests our ancestors weren't simply primitive beings, gradually developing technology, but perhaps inheritors of knowledge from a far more advanced civilization. This isn't just another theory about ancient aliens or lost civilizations. This is a scientific investigation into hard evidence that suggests human history needs significant revision. What we've discovered challenges not just our understanding of the past, but our vision of humanity's future potential. The implications reach into every aspect of human existence, from our genetic makeup to our technological capabilities, from our spiritual beliefs to our place in the cosmos. As we proceed, we'll examine compelling evidence from multiple sources, each piece adding to a puzzle that forms a picture radically different from our accepted historical narrative. We'll analyze recent genetic discoveries, examine ancient architectural achievements, decode complex astronomical knowledge preserved in ancient texts, and investigate technological artifacts that seem impossibly advanced for their time. What follows is not merely a retelling of ancient myths or speculation about extraterrestrial visitors. It's a careful examination of evidence that suggests humanity's story is far more profound and far more mysterious than we've imagined. The truth, as we're discovering, is not just stranger than we imagine, it's stranger than we can imagine. Hold on to your certainties loosely, for the journey we're about to embark on will challenge everything you think you know about human origins. Welcome to an investigation that might just rewrite human history. Historical evidence decoding the ancient testimony. When Henry Rawlinson first deciphered the Sumerian cuneiform tablets in 1835, he couldn't have known he was unlocking a historical bombshell. The tablets, far from being mere administrative records, contained detailed accounts of beings called the Anunnaki, who descended from the sky. These weren't poetic metaphors or religious allegories. They were precise, technical descriptions of advanced beings and their technology, recorded with the same matter-of-fact tone used for accounting ledgers and civic records. The Sumerian texts describe the Anunnaki with surprising technical detail. They speak of crafts that could traverse the heavens, advanced medical procedures, including genetic manipulation, and sophisticated astronomical knowledge that wouldn't be discovered by modern science until thousands of years later. Most striking is their description of our solar system, including planets that weren't visible to the naked eye and wouldn't be discovered until the advent of modern telescopes. How did ancient Sumerians possess this knowledge? But the evidence doesn't stop with Sumerian texts. Similar accounts appear across ancient civilizations, separated by vast distances and time periods. The Hindu Vedas speak of Vimanas, flying crafts with technological capabilities that mirror modern aircraft. Ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs at Abydos appear to depict sophisticated machinery. The Mayan Popol Vuh describes beings who could see far and know all things. These parallel accounts, emerging from cultures that had no known contact, suggest a common source of advanced knowledge. Archaeological evidence provides even more compelling support. The precision engineering of the Great Pyramid of Giza continues to baffle modern architects. Its massive limestone blocks, cut with laser-like precision, fit together with tolerances of less than a millimeter. The site's geometric alignments demonstrate advanced mathematical knowledge, including the value of pi and phi. Encoded into its very structure, modern engineers, using advanced technology, would struggle to replicate this precision. At Pumapunku in Bolivia, we find evidence of stone-cutting technology that seems impossible for its time. The blocks show evidence of machine-like cutting, with perfectly straight edges and precise right angles that would require modern diamond-tipped power tools to reproduce. Metallurgical analysis of these cuts reveals patterns consistent with high-speed machining technology that wouldn't exist for thousands of years. Perhaps most intriguing are the unexplained artifacts that suggest advanced ancient technology. The Baghdad Battery, dating to 2,000 years ago, demonstrates understanding of electrical principles. The Antikythera mechanism, with its sophisticated gearing system, shows mechanical knowledge that wouldn't be rediscovered until the Renaissance. These aren't primitive tools, they're sophisticated devices that suggest advanced technological understanding. Linguistic analysis adds another layer of evidence. The term Anunnaki itself reveals deeper meaning when properly decoded. The root words An, heaven, and Anak to come combined to literally mean those who came from heaven to earth. This isn't poetic language, it's a precise description. Similar linguistic patterns appear across ancient languages, suggesting these terms weren't metaphorical but descriptive. Recent archaeological discoveries continue to strengthen this evidence. Ground-penetrating radar has revealed hidden chambers beneath the Sphinx, containing metallic objects that shouldn't exist in ancient structures. Carbon dating of organic material found near these objects suggests they're far older than conventional history, allows each new discovery adds another piece to a puzzle that increasingly suggests advanced intervention in human history. The physical evidence extends to human remains. Elongated skulls found in Peru contain genetic material that doesn't match any known human or primate DNA. These aren't the result of artificial deformation. These beings were born this way. What's more, their cranial capacity is 25% larger than modern humans, suggesting enhanced cognitive capabilities. When we examine these pieces of evidence together, the ancient texts, architectural mystery, unexplained artifacts, and anomalous remains, a coherent picture begins to emerge. This isn't speculation about ancient mysteries. It's a growing body of physical evidence that suggests our historical narrative needs significant revision. The question isn't whether advanced beings influenced early human civilization. The evidence for that is becoming increasingly clear. The real question is, why has this information been ignored or suppressed for so long? The Anunnaki hypothesis, architects of humanity. The Anunnaki theory represents more than just another ancient astronaut hypothesis. It's a comprehensive explanation for humanity's mysterious great leap forward. According to Sumerian texts, these beings arrived on Earth approximately 450 years ago, drawn here by our planet's rich mineral resources, particularly gold. But what began as a mining expedition would eventually transform into something far more significant, the genetic engineering of modern humans. The texts describe the Anunnaki as humanoid beings of impressive stature, possessing advanced technological capabilities that would appear godlike to primitive humans. Their civilization originated from a planet they called Nibiru, described as following an elliptical orbit that brought it near Earth every 600 years. Modern astronomical calculations suggest such an orbit is possible, though controversial. Their technology included the ability to manipulate genetic material, traverse space, and harness energy in ways we're only beginning to understand. Their initial arrival on Earth wasn't driven by altruistic intentions. The Sumerian tablets describe their primary mission mining gold needed for their home planet's atmosphere. Initially, they used their own workers. But the harsh conditions of Earth's mines led to rebellion among their ranks. This crisis precipitated perhaps the most significant decision in human history, the creation of a worker species through genetic engineering. The process, as described in multiple ancient texts, involved combining Anunnaki DNA with that of existing hominids. This account, once dismissed as mythology, has gained intriguing support from modern genetic research. The sudden appearance of Homo sapiens sapiens, with our unprecedented cognitive capabilities and unique genetic markers, represents what scientists call a genetic bottleneck, a dramatic and unexplained leap in evolution that challenges conventional evolutionary theory. This genetic intervention wasn't a single event, but a series of progressive modifications. The Sumerian texts describe multiple attempts, failure, and refinements in creating the perfect worker. This parallels our own understanding of human evolution, with its various branches and dead ends. The key difference is that rather than random mutations, these changes were deliberately engineered. But the Anunnaki were not a monolithic group. The texts describe significant conflicts among them, particularly between two brothers, Enlil and Enki. Enlil viewed humans as mere workers, while Enki developed compassion for his creations and sought to elevate them. This internal conflict would shape human development and eventually lead to the Great Flood narrative found in multiple ancient cultures. The Anunnaki's influence extended far beyond genetic engineering. They established the first cities, introduced writing, mathematics, astronomy, agriculture, and complex social organization. The sudden emergence of these sophisticated systems, appearing virtually overnight in historical terms, has long puzzled historians. The Anunnaki hypothesis provides a coherent explanation for this quantum leap in human civilization. Their legacy continues in our DNA. Recent genetic studies have identified what scientists call junk DNA, sequences that seem to serve no evolutionary purpose. Some researchers suggest these sequences might be signatures of ancient genetic engineering. More provocatively, certain human traits, like our ability to process complex abstract thoughts or our unusually long childhood development period, appear optimized for learning and civilization rather than survival in nature. The relationship between Anunnaki and humans wasn't static. As human developed greater capabilities, some were trained in advanced knowledge and governance. These chosen individuals became the first kings and priests, establishing the divine kingship that characterized early civilizations. The Sumerian king list, with its impossibly long reigns, might actually record the transition from Anunnaki rulers to human ones. Archaeological evidence suggests the Anunnaki maintained direct control over human civilization for thousands of years before gradually withdrawing. This withdrawal wasn't complete abandonment. The texts suggest they maintained oversight through human intermediaries. This could explain the persistent myths of gods living among humans before retreating to the heavens, a narrative found in cultures worldwide. The implications of the Anunnaki hypothesis are profound. It suggests that humanity's true history is far more complex and extraordinary than conventional theories allow. It challenges not just our understanding of the past, but our conception of human potential. If we are indeed the product of advanced genetic engineering, what capabilities might lie dormant in our DNA? What ancient knowledge might we have forgotten? Moreover, the Anunnaki's apparent interest in Earth's resources and their genetic experiments raise crucial questions about our present and future. Are they still watching? Will they return? And perhaps most importantly, what are the implications for humanity's place in the cosmic hierarchy? Analysis and controversy, bridging ancient wisdom and modern science. The Anunnaki hypothesis presents a compelling narrative that attempts to explain numerous archaeological and genetic anomalies. However, any serious examination must consider both supporting evidence and critical challenges from the scientific community. Let's analyze this controversy through multiple lenses while maintaining scientific rigor. From a genetic perspective, recent discoveries provide intriguing support. The sudden appearance of 223 genes in human DNA with no evolutionary precedent, what scientists call orphan genes, challenges traditional evolutionary theory. Dr. James Watson, co-discoverer of DNA's structure, notably remarked, "There are aspects of human evolution that look engineered." The identification of a genetic bottleneck, approximately 200 years ago, coinciding with the purported Anunnaki intervention, adds another layer of scientific intrigue. However, mainstream geneticists offer alternative explanations. Dr. Sarah Richardson of Harvard argues that these genetic anomalies can be explained through conventional evolutionary mechanisms, citing recent discoveries about rapid genetic adaptation. While the patterns are unusual, she notes, they don't necessarily indicate external intervention. Archaeological evidence presents similar contradictions. The precision engineering of ancient megalithic sites exceeds what should have been possible with contemporary tools. Christopher Dunn, a professional engineer, demonstrated that the surface finish of granite boxes in the Serapeum of Saqqara shows machine-like precision, yet mainstream archaeology maintains these achievements were possible with ancient techniques. Though demonstrations of these methods remain controversial, a particularly compelling piece of evidence comes from astronomical knowledge encoded in ancient structures. The Great Pyramid's positioning encodes the speed of light, the precession of the equinoxes, and the exact distance between Earth and the Sun, information that wouldn't be discovered until modern times. How did ancient builders possess this knowledge? Critics from the scientific establishment raise valid concerns. Dr. Michael Shermer points out the danger of retrofitting modern knowledge onto ancient structures, arguing that we might be seeing patterns that aren't intentionally encoded. However, the mathematical precision and recurring patterns across different civilizations suggest intentional design rather than coincidence. Perhaps most controversial is the linguistic evidence. The term Anunnaki appears in multiple ancient languages with consistent meaning, suggesting a common source. Dr. Zecharia Sitchin's translations, while disputed, find surprising support in recent archaeological discoveries. However, mainstream linguists argue for more conventional interpretations of these terms. The modern scientific establishment's resistance to the Anunnaki hypothesis raises important questions about institutional bias. Dr. Robert Schoch, who demonstrated the Sphinx's much older age through geological evidence, faced significant academic backlash despite solid scientific methodology. This suggests the possibility that conventional paradigms might be limiting objective investigation. Several unexplained phenomena support aspects of the Anunnaki narrative: the sudden emergence of complex civilizations, complete with sophisticated astronomical knowledge and mathematical understanding, remains difficult to explain through conventional historical models. The widespread appearance of similar mythologies across unconnected cultures suggests a common experience rather than coincidental development. However, we must also consider more conventional explanations. Human ingenuity and gradual development might account for many of these achievements. Even if we don't fully understand the methods, the danger of attributing unexplained phenomena to advanced intervention, the gods of the gaps fallacy, requires careful consideration. A balanced analysis suggests that while the Anunnaki hypothesis remains unproven, it offers explanatory power for numerous historical anomalies. The theory provides a coherent framework for understanding disparate evidence that challenges conventional historical narratives. Whether this indicates actual intervention by advanced beings or simply points to gaps in our understanding of human capabilities remains a matter of intense debate. The synthesis of available evidence suggests we need a more nuanced approach to ancient history. Rather than accepting or rejecting the Anunnaki hypothesis wholesale, we might benefit from investigating specific claims individually while remaining open to unconventional explanations when evidence warrants them. As we conclude our exploration of the Anunnaki hypothesis, we find ourselves facing profound questions about human origins, potential, and destiny. The evidence we've examined challenges not just our historical narrative, but our very understanding of what it means to be human. The convergence of multiple lines of evidence, genetic anomalies, archaeological mysteries, ancient texts, and astronomical alignments suggests a history far more complex than conventional theories allow. Whether or not we accept the Anunnaki hypothesis in its entirety, we must acknowledge that significant gaps exist in our understanding of human origins and early civilization. Perhaps most significantly, recent genetic discoveries continue to surprise us. The identification of previously unknown DNA sequences, the mysterious junk DNA that might carry encoded information, and unexplained genetic capabilities all hint at a heritage more sophisticated than random evolution might suggest. If we are indeed the product of genetic engineering, what untapped potential lies dormant in our DNA? The implications extend far beyond academic interest. If advanced beings once walked among us, sharing knowledge and technology, what does this suggest about humanity's true capabilities? The sudden emergence of complex civilizations, complete with sophisticated mathematical and astronomical knowledge, hints at a legacy we've only begun to rediscover. Looking forward, several cruciales questions demandent our attention. If the Anunnaki hypothesis holds truth, why did they withdraw? More importantly, might they return? The cyclical nature of Nibiru's orbit, as described in ancient texts, suggests possible future contact. How should humanity prepare for such a possibility? Moreover, the ethical implications are staggering. If we are indeed a created species, engineered for specific purposes, what does this mean for human autonomy and destiny? Are we bound by our original programming, or can we transcend it? The conflict between Enlil and Enki, between viewing humans as mere workers versus beings worthy of elevation, continues to resonate in modern debates about human potential and purpose. These questions become increasingly relevant as humanity stands on the brink of becoming genetic engineers ourselves. As we develop CRISPR and other genetic modification technologies, are we following in our Creator's footsteps? What ethical lessons might we learn from our own creation story? The evidence suggests we've barely scratched the surface of human potential. Ancient texts describe capabilities we're only beginning to understand: telepathy, extended lifespans, advanced consciousness. Rather than dismissing these accounts as mythology, perhaps we should view them as a roadmap to human potential. For those seeking to explore these possibilities further, several paths forward present themselves. Support ongoing archaeological investigations, particularly at sites showing evidence of advanced ancient technology. Follow developments in genetic research, especially studies of unexplained DNA sequences and human capabilities. Engage with ancient wisdom traditions that might preserve fragments of advanced knowledge. Stay informed about astronomical observations, particularly regarding anomalous objects in our solar system. The journey we've undertaken isn't just about uncovering our past. It's about understanding our future. The Anunnaki hypothesis, whether literally true or metaphorically significant, challenges us to think bigger about human potential and our place in the cosmos. As we conclude this investigation, remember that the greatest mystery isn't whether advanced beings influenced our past, but what we might become if we fully embrace our inherited potential. The truth about human origins, whatever it may be, matters less than what we choose to do with our capabilities now. Join us in continuing this exploration. Follow our channel for updates on new discoveries and insights. Share your own experiences and theories. Together, we might unlock not just the secrets of our past, but the potential of our future. The question isn't just whether we were created by the Anunnaki, it's whether we're ready to take our place among the stars, ourselves. As we reflect on the profound implications of our origins, perhaps the most powerful message isn't about ancient beings or hidden technologies. It's about the untapped potential within each of us. For those who have lived through decades of rapid technological and social change, the Anunnaki hypothesis offers a unique perspective on human adaptation and resilience. Think about how much our world has transformed in your lifetime. From the first computers to artificial intelligence, from basic phones to smartphones that connect the globe, we've witnessed humanity's extraordinary capacity for growth and adaptation. If our ancestors could achieve remarkable feats with ancient technology, imagine what wisdom they might offer us about navigating today's challenges. The story of the Anunnaki, whether literal or metaphorical, teaches us that advancement doesn't just come from technology, it comes from understanding our true capabilities. In your own life, you've likely discovered abilities you never knew you had, faced challenges you never thought you could overcome. This resilience isn't just coincidence, it's encoded in our very being. For parents and grandparents, this understanding becomes especially meaningful. The next generation isn't just inheriting our world, they're inheriting the cumulative wisdom and potential of countless generations. When you look at your children or grandchildren, remember that they carry within them not just your DNA, but possibly the seeds of capabilities we're only beginning to understand. As we age, we often gain a deeper appreciation for ancient wisdom and timeless truths. Perhaps the greatest lesson from our investigation isn't about ancient astronauts or advanced civilizations. It's about the extraordinary potential that lies within every human being, waiting to be awakened. Your life experience, combined with this deeper understanding of human potential, positions you uniquely to guide others toward discovering their own hidden capabilities. If this journey into humanity's origins has sparked your curiosity, we invite you to join our ongoing exploration. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your perspective might provide valuable insights for others on this path of discovery. To stay informed about new evidence and developments in this field, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications. Each week, we delve into different aspects of ancient mysteries and human potential, bringing you well-researched content that challenges conventional understanding. If you found value in this investigation, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Your support helps us continue producing quality content. More importantly, share this video with friends and family members who might be interested in exploring these profound questions about human origins and potential. Together, we can uncover the truth about our past and shape our understanding of human capabilities. Thank you for being part of this journey of discovery.